So let me ask you this question real quick. So are they after the Western Western culture, or is it the Christianity that's kind of the underneath of all of that? Is it Christianity, or is it?
So I would say yeah. That's a hard question because it depends on who you talk to, but mostly it's culture. They don't want what they believe is an infectious culture to come into Islam. Okay, so what we're seeing right now in Afghanistan is a good example. Regardless of how you feel the withdrawal went, now you have it taken over by terrorist sympathetic groups. So ISIS, is going to flourish. Other groups are going to flourish. They will cut off communication, so they will cut off the internet. The only information we'll get out of that country will be what is state sanctioned. And in the future, it's going to look really, really bad. So our influence now is going to be totally washed out. So as soon as that country was flipped, we saw little girls being told they can't go to school anymore, and worse things happen, obviously. But that is a model of what the world would look like given the opportunity. And I'm not saying that that's a negative towards all Muslims or towards Islam in general. This is a very localized, specific group, but they still want to do everything they can to kill Israel, to kill the Jewish people, and to totally wipe off Western civilization. Now, there's a spiritual component to it as well. I believe that there's always this antichrist, or what is the antithesis of God, of Jesus, and there's that antithesis spirit in the antichrist. And you see that in this faction of Islam and some other factions. And they are going to do what they can to wipe Israel out, wipe us out. I would be looking towards Iran as a facilitator of that, as they're facilitating all of this action on Gaza, just bombs and different types of munitions coming over and directed at civilians and directed at schools and hospitals. Last year, our organization raised money to build a bomb shelter in the bottom of a hospital, children's hospital, so that when there are bombings or when there are issues, that they could keep all of the patients safe and alive, because they're obviously there because they need help, in a bomb shelter. Now, we in the United States don't think about that. We don't think about living in a space where at any moment you could hear air raid sirens and you'd have to transfer all the patients, critically ill patients, to patients with a hangnail, down to a bomb shelter just to keep them safe. The world's totally different there. Not that it isn't safe. When we were there, I felt like I was in one of the safest places in the world. But at the same time, you have to deal with things that we don't deal with.